Yo, what's up everyone? This is Kaizouwar here. Yes, I am back to talking about Chaos Code again because I just need to vent about this series, and the only way I know how, making a YouTube video. So, Chaos Code is one of my favorite fighting games ever. Like, I don't know how it became one of my favorite fighting games ever. It's a fun-ass game. That's all it needs to be said. It's a fun-ass fighting game. No one talks about it, and it's like one of those things where it's so niche, I'm just like, man, I wish more people knew about it, and they don't, and whatever, right? So, Chaos Code was going to have a new game called Chaos Code Next, and it was originally announced back in 2020, right? Has not been any news of it since then. So it's been 4 years since then, right? Okay, so then after that we heard about there was a cancellation. Okay, the creator had a brother who passed away. He wasn't feeling up to it. There was a financial issue going on with the company FK Digital. I've already said that to death, right? That's all happened in between it. But back in 2022, there was an announcement of, hey, we're coming back with Chaos Code Next. So you guys should check that out. We even have a little tournament, small tournament going on, showing off the gameplay and character artwork and all that stuff. And that was back in 2022. So once it hits April of this year, it would have been 2 years since that game had been shown off. So no news since then. And again, FK Digital is a small company. They can't just bust out trailers and stuff like that all the time and tournaments and all that junk. Fair enough, they can't do that all the time, which is funny to me, but also understandable, right? But don't get me started on the fact that a teaser for Chaos Code Next, which was just called The Next Chaos Code, was announced back in 2017. So once it hits October of this year, and no news would have been shown, the teasing of Chaos Code Next would be 7 years old. And I don't know what to feel about that, because that means this game was teased back in 2017, and no news has been on it since. So, as I mentioned before, FK Digital is a small company. It's a very small company. They still update on stuff, but they don't have an update on the actual game in a hot minute. So there hasn't been nothing about it since. They've been releasing, character artwork, and they're trying to recruit more people to the studio. So that's, good, well and good, because they're going to need a lot more people on this, because the fighting game landscape has changed a lot since 2017. Because funny enough, 2017 was around the time when Chaos Code New Sonic Catastrophe came out. Not when it came out, but around that time, right? So fair enough. But they're going to need a lot of stuff to they're going to need a lot of stuff to change about this game, because the fighting game landscape has changed. Every fighting game is being launched with rollback, so they're going to have to start implementing some rollback, and I don't know if they're actually going to do it or not, because this is a thing that happened to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, like the remaster of the game. When it came out, no one played it. Why? Because it didn't have rollback netcode. And then when it did get rollback, no one played it. And that sucks so much, because that game's actually really good. And the fact that it didn't have rollback so people could play online, that's it. It became a standard since then. Like, rollback and netcode is a standard, and now that, Arena died so fast because of it, that sucks, because Persona 4 Arena Ultimate is a good game. You don't see nobody talk about it, you barely see tournaments held on it. It sucks, that sucks. Like, you actually see a legitimate good game get killed because of that. So, okay. So, I am afraid of what's going to happen when Chaos Code Next come out, because FK Digital is a small company. I think they're smaller than French Bread, who are the people behind Melty Blood and Under Night. Now, at least with Melty Blood, they had assistance from Type Moon, so I guess there was no reason they couldn't have come out with a rollback. Type Moon get that money now, so there was no reason that game wasn't going to come out without rollback, right? And Under Night recently came out, like the most current game came out with rollback, and I'm sure those funds they made from making that Melty Blood and that Type Moon money helped out right there. So they know what the game is, but FK Digital is going to need like a big change. Really, they're going to need a big change, and they're going to need that rollback. I feel like at least with just rollback enough, it might even get them through the door. Because again, we don't know what the game's going to play like. We haven't seen much of it. We've just seen a little bit of snippet of like an hour, damn near 2 hour tournament to show what the gameplay looks like. But that's about it. No one's actually physically held the game in their hands so far, so we don't know what's going to happen. And that sucks so far, because I really want to play this game. I love Chaos Code, and I want to know more about it. Like, please, I want to know what characters are coming to it, all that stuff. But I don't want to just die automatically. That would be so upsetting. I'm not gonna lie, because I really like Chaos Code. I want more people to play it. But I don't want it to be dead on arrival. I really don't. I don't want it to be like Persona 4 Arena Ultimax and be dead on arrival. Now, granted, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax was just like a game that's already been out. It's been out since the PS3 era, right? So, when people wanted that game to be remastered, they actually did that. But their first mistake was not to release the game with rollback automatically. Now, the game could have easily, came dead on arrival if it did have rollback. We don't know. But since it did, nobody really, cared too much. And the fact that it does have rollback now, when they actually implement it, no one still cares, and that kind of sucks. Now, I don't know what the state is on Persona 4 Arena Ultimax right now. I haven't played the game in a long time myself, but I did look up some YouTube videos recently, and no one's playing in the game. Like, really no one. There's not even any decently sized tournaments about it. There are small ones, which is great because people are still showing interest in the game, but it's not showing much of the game, and that sucks because that game's actually pretty damn solid. But it is what it is. Things happen. Hopefully, it gets a resurgence like some other games do. Because these fighting games recently have been getting a resurgence like older fighting games. So I'm hoping to see that this one is the same way. But I'm going on a tangent here. I'm talking about Chaos Code next right now. I'm going on a tangent about Persona 4 Arena. God damn it. But with Chaos Code, I just don't want to see it dead on arrival. Like, I hope they grab people's attention. Like, and I'm not saying rollback because the end all be all, because other aspects of a game could easily ruin it in the eyes of some people. I mean, there's some games like DNF Duel, and there are people who are playing it, but there's some people who are writing it off due to a lack of content, due to the way the game was balanced on launch. Even though it has rollback, a lot of people have had issues with that game that still are in the game. Or haven't been put into the game. Like, anything they want in the game, they haven't been put in there, and that sucks. So, I don't know. I don't know how well Chaos Code is going to fare, but I could easily be shocked. I could easily be surprised. A bunch of things have, changed in a long time for fighting games. A lot of things have changed. Presentation has changed. Characters, character balance. People, just a bunch of things have, been, fixed up and moved around for fighting games to show up. Hey, yeah, they can really get there. They can really grab the people's attention. They can really get people to play their games for a while and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what Chaos Code is going to do. I honestly don't know. I don't know what FK Digital is going to do with the game. And I'm trying to not be so negative about it because I really want this game to come out. Even though I just want more people to play it. That's the thing. I just want more people to try it out. I'm not expecting everyone to because, again, niche fighting game franchise, niche fighting game. So, fair enough. It's not really a franchise where it only has one game and an update to a game. So I guess it's not really a franchise. But still, I want to see Chaos Code next. People, enjoy it. And if they don't, that just is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk about Chaos Code next. I really, really like Chaos Code. I think it's one of my favorite fighting games ever. And there's really nothing more I can say more about that than that. It's a fun game, it's fun characters, great music. It's super interesting presentation. It's just a fun game, and it sucks that no one talks about it. And I don't know if any of my videos could really help on that matter because people really don't check out my stuff. So I can't really talk about that, to grab a bunch of people's attention. But you know what? Even though a bunch of other people may not want try it out or pay attention to it, I will. I will still be there playing the games, having fun. And I think that's all that really matters. Yeah, is I have fun with it, and that's all I gotta say. I love Chaos Code. And I really want to see Chaos Code next do well, so it helps FK Digital, get seen more to show that, hey, they're good at making fighting games. So, that'd be great. I want to see them get as much hype as French Bread does, because French Bread was a relatively small studio, and they made Melty Blood, they made Under Night, and look how big they are. They made on the main stage of Evo. I'm not expecting Chaos Code to ever make it to the main stage of Evo, but I want it to at least be known, and that's all I really want.